Hello, ang topic natin ngayon is about finding Laplace transform using its definition. Okay, so this is the first topic for the series of video tutorials for Laplace transform. Okay, so yung Laplace transform, isa siyang integral transform. So when we have a function of, let's say, t, okay, kapag in-applyan natin ng Laplace transform, so yung symbol ng Laplace transform is ganito, letter L, cursive letter L. So kung meron tayong original function as a function of time, f of t, ni-Laplace transform natin, matatransform siya into f of s sa magiging function of s. So, gagawin natin capital F, then function of s. So, from function of t, magiging function of s kapag ni-Laplace transform. Usually, yung t is time domain. Tapos, yung s is the frequency domain. Okay, so magagamit nyo to mostly sa circuits, sa control systems, 'di ba? Naglalaplace transform tayo doon. So kaya kailangan mapag-aralan niyo to mabuti, yung Laplace transform. Mahalaga to sa higher subjects nyo. So anong definition of Laplace transform? So let f be a function defined for t greater than or equal to 0. Then, okay, Laplace transform ng f of t is equal to the formula. So, integral ang formula natin for Laplace transform kasi nga, it is an integral transform. So, it is given by the integral of e to the negative st f of t dt from 0 to positive infinity. So, consider lang natin is yung unilateral definition kasi yung lower limit is 0, yung higher limit is infinity. Pwede rin itong bilateral, yung nasa baba is negative infinity, yung nasa taas is positive infinity. Yun yung general Laplace transform. Pero for now, 0 to positive infinity lang yung gagamitin nating limit. So, pag in-apply natin to sa f of t, yung definition na to, yung integral transform, ang kalalabasan niyan is magiging capital F na function of s na. So, matatransform na siya into s domain. So, from f of t time domain, kapag ni-Laplace transform nyo, i-evaluate nyo itong integral, kakalabas ang function is magiging function of s. So, to differentiate time domain or f of t, small letter yung function na gagamitin natin, small letter f. Kapag ni-Laplace transform nyo na siya, gawin nyo na lang capital letter f. Tapos magiging function of s na siya. Yan. So, ito lang yung kakabisaduhin nyo. So, ngayon, sa video natin, hanapin natin yung Laplace transform using the definition. Okay? Pero later on, kapag na-derive na natin yung mga Laplace transform ng some important functions, yung mga power of t, exponential, cosine, sine, hyperbolic cosine, etc., pwede naman tayong gumamit na lang ng table of formula na na-derive din naman dito. Pero ngayon, mag-i-integral muna tayo to find the Laplace transform para ma-practice kayo. So, pwede nating applyan ng linearity property yung Laplace transform. So, Laplace transform is a linear operator. So, linearity of Laplace transform. So, if we find the Laplace transform of, let's say, C1 f sub 1 of t plus C2 f sub 2 of t plus dot until C sub n f sub n of t, where yung C1, C2 hanggang Cn is a constant. So, pwede nyo gawin is i-distribute nyo yung Laplace transform operator parang sa integral and derivative, di ba? So, magiging C1 times the Laplace transform ng f sub 1 of t plus C2 times the Laplace transform of f sub 2 of t plus dot until C sub n plus the Laplace times the Laplace transform, gurong ko, of f sub n of t. Yan. So, itatabi nyo lang yung constant, pwede nyong ilabas sa gilid ng Laplace transform ng function. Okay? So, gawin nyo lang yan hanggang ma-reach nyo yung last function, f sub n of t. So, therefore, magiging ano siya, C1. So, kapag ni-Laplace transform yun ng f sub 1 of t, gagawin ng capital letter f sub 1 of s. Diba? Plus C2, Laplace transform ng f sub 2 of t magiging capital F sub 2 of s na. Plus dot until C sub n. So, Laplace transform ng f sub n of t magiging f sub n of s. Yan. So, useful itong property, especially kung hinahanap natin Laplace transform, is yung function is consisting of more than one term. At least 2 terms. Okay? O sige, para mas ma-illustrate natin kung paano ba maghanap ng Laplace transform using its definition, mag-solve tayo ng problems. Okay? So, tatandaan natin to. So, find the Laplace transform of the following. Okay, number 1, f of t is equal to 1. Okay, so to find the Laplace transform ng f of t, Laplace transform ng f of t, which is Laplace transform ng f of t is 1, apply lang natin yung definition. So, ano yung definition? Ito, integral ng e to the negative st f of t dt, right? From 0 to infinity. So, magiging, sige, sulat ko ulit dito. Laplace transform ng f of t is integral ng e to the negative st f of t dt from 0 to infinity. So, magiging integral ng e to the negative st, copy, then substitute the f of t, which is 1, right? dt from 0 to infinity. So, meron tayo ng improper integrals. Improper integrals kapag yung isa sa lower limit mo is infinity or both, right? So, yung upper limit kasi natin is infinity, kaya improper integrals yan. So, paano mag-evaluate? Sige, bali itong integral ng e to the negative st times 1, integral ng e to the negative st na lang yan. Right? Kasi naka-times 1 lang naman siya. So, ano ba yung shortcut formula kapag nag-evaluate ng integral? So, dahil with respect to t tayo, itong s considered yan as a constant. Okay? Diba? Shortcut formula sa integral ng e to the at dt is 1 over a e to the at plus c. Bale, yung a is the constant coefficient nung t sa exponent nung e. So, dito, ang a natin is the s. Right? Yung coefficient nung t. So, magiging integral ng e to the negative s. Actually, negative s pala. Sorry. Negative s. Kasi may negative sign. Okay, so magiging 1 over a, which is negative s. Then, copy yung same function, e to the negative at, e to the negative st. Okay? And then, evaluated siya from 0 to infinity. Okay? 0 to infinity. Actually, ang pinaka-proper notation dapat kapag improper integral, hindi ganito, but yung using limit, right? So, pwede nating sabihin na limit ng actually ganito siya. Limit ng integral from 0 to b e to the negative st dt as b approaches infinity. Okay? Ganyan to. Same lang to dito. Okay? So, therefore, magiging limit ng pagkakuha nyo ng pinaka-integral, substitute, bali negative 1 over s e to the negative st, then magiging evaluated from 0 to b, definite integral, then hahanapin nyo pa yung limit as b approaches infinity. Okay? Ito yung pinaka-proper notation kapag may improper integrals. Okay? Pero in shortcut, pwede namang ganito. So, sa mga next example natin, ganito na lang gagamitin ko. Okay? Para lang ma-recall nyo yung proper definition, kapag may improper integral, gumagamit ng limit. Yan. So, magiging limit as b approaches infinity. So, di ba, pag definite integral, papalitan nyo muna yung mga t ng upper limit. So, magiging negative 1 over s e to the negative sb. Tapos, minus, papalitan nyo naman yung independent variable t ng lower limit 0. Okay, negative 1 over s e to the negative s times 0. Yan. So, simplify, limit ng, bale, negative 1 over s e to the negative sb as b approaches infinity. So, negative of negative, positive na yan. 1 over s, then e to the negative s times 0, e to the 0 or 1. Yan. So, magiging 1 over s na lang ito. Right? Okay, paano natin na-evaluate ang limit ngayon? Sa tingin nyo, anong mangyayari dito sa e to the negative sb habang yung b ay nag-a-approach ng infinity? kung mag-a-assign tayo kasi hindi natin alam yung S, di ba? Kung yung S is i-assign natin as greater than 0, then positive ibig sabihin yung S, magiging negative SB is negative, right? Yung ating B is approaching infinity, positive infinity. Therefore, etong kasi naka-base E tayo, e to the negative SB, approach niya is 0 kung yung B is infinity. Okay, kasi negative to. Tapos infinity. So, negative infinity, pag yan yung exponent nyo ng base E or kahit anong constant base, magzi-zero yan. O sige, imagine niyo or kuha kayo ng calcu, base E, raise nyo sa negative infinity, let's say 999999999, 0. Right? Pero dapat yung S nyo is greater than 0. Okay? Para mag-0 ito. Para mag-converge. Ibig sabihin, para mag-converge yung limit. Kasi kung hindi S is greater than 0, hindi yan magko-converge. Right? Magiging infinite pa yan. So, therefore, magiging limit nito is 0 for the first term as B approaches infinity. Tapos yung 1 over S, kasi wala ka namang variable B dito, it is considered as constant with respect to the B. So, anong limit ng any constant? Yung constant na yon, yung 1 over S. Yan. So, therefore, 1 over S, kasi 0 plus 1 over S is 1 over S. So, ang Laplace transform pala ng 1 is 1 over S. Using the definition. So, ito, important formula agad yan. Laplace transform ng 1 is 1 over X. 1 over S. So, tandaan nyo na yan. Isa na yan sa list of formula sa Laplace transform table. So, dinerive lang natin using the definition. So, dapat yung S dito is greater than 0. Para mag-converge. Sige, next. Number 2. What if f of t is equal to t to the n? Tapos yung n is a whole number. Yan. Take note, n is a whole number. Ano yung mga whole numbers? Bawal dyan yung negative. Okay, bawal din yung fraction. So, simula sa 0 plus the counting numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. Sige. So, hanapin natin yung Laplace transform ng f of t, which is Laplace transform ng t to the n. Okay, applying the definition, integral ng e to the negative st times the f of t, which is t to the n, dt from 0 to infinity. Ito. Yan. So, paulit-ulit lang natin gagamitin yung definition. Okay. So, anong pwede nating gawing technique of integration? So, dahil improper integral, evaluate muna natin to. Yung pinaka-integrand as if wala mo ng limits of integration. Evaluate natin itong integral ng e to the negative st, t to the n dt. Anong technique of integration kaya iyan? Kasi may product tayo ng power of t tsaka e to the something. Pwede tayong integration by parts or IBP. Yan. So, integral ng UdV is equal to UV minus integral ng VdU. So, ano yung ile-let U natin? Okay, by Lie 8, logarithmic, inverse trigo, algebraic, trigonometric, exponential. Kung anong nauna dito sa acronym na function, yun yung priority i-let U. Kasi meron tayong algebraic, tapos meron tayong exponential. So sa Lie 8, nauuna yung acronym na algebraic sa E, mas priority nating i-let U si t to the n. Yung algebraic. So let U natin yung t to the n, then automatic yung magiging dv. dv is yung natira, si e to the negative st times dt. Yan. So, pagkapili natin ng u, ang ginagawa sa integration by parts, need derivative, both sides, or get the differential. Differential ng u, du. Differential ng t to the n, power rule. Baba yung n, copy the t, raised to n minus 1 dt. Tapos, ginagawa dito kay dv, ini-integrate. Diba? So, integrate natin to both sides. Bale, integral ng dv magiging v. Okay, shortcut formula uli sa integral ng e to the negative st. Ito, di ba? Negative 1 over negative s e to the negative st. So, or negative 1 over s na yan, e to the negative st. Huwag yun ang lagyan ng plus c, okay? Kasi improper integral tayo eh. Okay, so apply na natin yung formula. Bale, integral ng e to the negative st, t to the n dt, integral ng u dv, equals uv. Ano si u? T to the n, times ano si v? Negative 1 over s, e to the negative st, then minus the integral of v du. So, v is negative 1 over s e to the negative st times the du, which is n t to the n minus 1 dt. So, ayusin ko lang. Arrange lang natin. Sige, unahin ko na itong negative 1 over s na constant, followed by t to the n, then e to the negative st. Then, eto, labas nga yung constant dito. Ano yung considered as constant dito? Diba yung s over s, yung negative 1 over s, saka n. So, pag nilabas nyo, mamumultiply siya kay negative n, positive na yon. 1 over s times n, or n over s, integral ng e to the negative st, t to the n minus 1 dt. Ito pa lang yung yung indefinite integral. Pero dahil may lower at upper limit tayo, ibig sabihin, i-evaluate natin to from 0 to infinity. Therefore, integral ng e to the negative st, t to the n dt, from 0 to infinity. So, i-evaluate natin tong two terms from 0 to infinity. So, itong negative 1 over s, t to the n, e to the negative st, evaluate from 0 to infinity. Tapos, itong plus n over s, yung lower at upper limit, kailangan yung evaluate from 0 to positive infinity pa rin. Yan. Ito, i-evaluate na natin. So, hindi ko na ginamitan yung limit notation. Okay? So, automatic, ang gagawin na lang natin, substitute nyo yung upper limit na infinity, minus, substitute nyo yung lower limit na 0 sa mga t. Yung infinity, assume nyo na napakalaking value yon. Pwedeng 9999999. Okay? So pag in-evaluate natin to, bale negative 1 over s, t to the, bale infinity, kasi papalitan nyo yung t ng infinity, right? Yung upper limit, t to the n, e to the negative st, infinity ulit, then minus, okay? Evaluate nyo naman sa 0. So, negative 1 over s, 0, t to the n, then e to the negative s, t, 0. Tapos, ito, plus, ito, mamaya na natin to asikaso, or mamaya natin to i-evaluate. May gagawin tayo yan. So, di ba, kung i-assign natin, parang kanina, yung merong e to the negative sb, kung yung s natin is greater than 0, magsi-0 to. Diba? E to the negative, kasi positive yung s, times infinity, negative infinity. So, e to the negative infinity, e to the negative 9999999, kanina nung in-input ko sa calculus, nag-0 yan, di ba? Ayan. So, magsi-0 to. Okay, so 0, tapos ito, negative of negative, positive, 1 over s. Ay, kaso pala may 0 ka dito. Masi-0 na yan, right? Okay, plus 0. Kasi naka-time siya kay 0 eh. Tapos plus n over s, integral from 0 to positive infinity e to the negative st, t to the n minus 1 dt. Or wala na yung mga 0, therefore, integral ng e to the negative st, t to the n dt from 0 to infinity is equal to the n over s integral ng e to the negative st, t to the n minus 1 dt from 0 to infinity. Or, di ba, Laplace transform to ng Laplace transform ng t to the n by definition. So, Laplace transform pala ng t to the n is equal to n over s integral ng e to the negative st, t to the n minus 1 dt from 0 to infinity. Okay, pero ang gusto natin, maalis talaga tong integral. Kailangan meron tayong yung pinaka-formula talaga. So, gawin natin, sige, pangalanan ko to as equation 1. What if hanapin ko naman yung Laplace transform ng t to the n minus 1 using this formula? Sabihin, kung papalitan natin tong mga exponent ni t, kung compare natin ngayon sa hinahanap na Laplace transform, dito sa na-derive na formula, papalitan nyo lang yung n ng n minus 1 dito. Right? So, magiging yan? Etong n, papalitan nyo ng n minus 1 over s. Tapos, integral ng 0 to the to the infinity, e to the negative st, t to the n minus 1 minus 1. Right? Etong n, papalitan nyo ng n minus 1, tapos may minus 1 ka pa. dt. So, magiging n minus 1 over s, integral from 0 to infinity, e to the negative st, t to the n minus 1 minus 1 minus 2. Or actually, etong left side natin dito kanina. Etong left side na to, pwede rin nating sabihin, Laplace transform ng t to the n is n over s. Diba Laplace transform din ito? Bale, yung f of t natin is t to the n minus 1. So, pwede nating gawing Laplace transform ng t to the n minus 1. By definition, di ba? Yan. So, ito rin, pwede rin natin tong isulat as n-1 over s tapos Laplace transform ng t to the n minus 2. And so on. So, pwede nyo pa rin ituloy yan. Okay, ano yung Laplace transform? Ito na yung Laplace transform ng t to the n minus 1. So, kapag sinubstitute natin ngayon, yung Laplace transform ng t to the n, ito yung equation 1, tapos ito yung equation 2, Laplace transform ng t to the n minus 1, or ito mas maganda kung gawin ko siyang ito, yung Laplace transform ng in terms of the Laplace transform. Laplace transform ng t to the n. Ito na lang. Ayan. Equation 1. Okay, substitute nyo ngayon tong 2 sa 1. Kasi meron tayong Laplace transform ng t to the n minus 1 sa 1 and alam natin yung value ng Laplace transform ng t to the n minus 1 na to. So, substitute 2 in 1. Magiging Laplace transform ng t to the n is equal to n over s times ito, Laplace transform ng t to the n minus 1, diba ito yun? Equal siya dito. So, pwede nyo i-plug in n minus 1 over s times Laplace transform ng t to the n minus 2. Or, Laplace transform ng t to the n is also equal to n times n minus 1 over s squared, s times s squared, Laplace transform ng t to the n minus 2. So, iterative process ito. Pwede nyo pang dagdagan ito kasi pwede nyo kuhaan yung Laplace transform ng t to the n minus 2. O, bale, ano siya? Gagamitin nyo naman ngayon yung formula na to. Okay? And so on, hanggang ma-reach nyo, so saan dapat mag-end yung power niyan? Halimbawa, kung gagamitin natin to, tapos Laplace transform ng t squared. Laplace transform ng t squared, n natin is 2. Right? Applying that formula, magiging 2 times 2 minus 1 over s squared, Laplace transform ng t to the 2 minus 2. Okay, so dapat magzi-zero to. Mag-e-end up sa 0. Kasi t raised to 2 minus 2 is 0 or Laplace transform ng t to the 0 or 1. Right? 1. Tapos ito magiging 2 times 1 over s squared. So magiging 2 over s squared. Laplace transform nung 1, alam na natin. Laplace transform nung 1 ay 1 over s, di ba? So times 1 over s. So magiging 2 over s squared times s cubed. Ito yung Laplace transform ng t squared. Kung yung n na sinet natin is 2 dito sa given. Pero paano kung any n na whole number yan? Okay? N, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. So, kapag initerate pa natin to, nagdagdag pa tayo ng mga terms dito, Laplace transform ng t to the n is, so magiging factorial. Diba? So, magiging n times n minus 1 times n minus 2, until, anong napansin yung dulo neto? Doon ko kapag n is 2, diba dulo niya is 1. Okay? Kasi factorial. So, magiging until 2 times 1 over s squared. So, dapat pareho doon sa power nung t, yung s. Okay? So, s to the n, and then, times the Laplace transform ng t to the n minus, or n minus n, or that will be 0. Okay? Kasi kung ano yung n mo dito, yun din dapat yung magiging pinaka-exponent mo nung t, n minus n. Mapupunta ka dapat sa 0 hanggang 0 power nung t. Which is magiging Laplace transform nung 1. So, n times n minus 1, n minus 2, 2 times 1 over s to the n. Ano yung Laplace transform nung 1? 1 over s, diba? So, ito, factorial yan. Definition ng factorial, n factorial is equal to n times n minus 1 times n minus 2, until times 1. So, magiging numerator mo is n factorial divided by s to the n times s. So, same base s, copy, and then add the exponent n plus 1. So, Laplace transform ng t to the n is n factorial over s raised to n plus 1, provided dito na yung sinet nating condition kay s, di ba dapat greater than 0 para mag-converge, particularly yung dito sa first part. Ito, di ba? Sinet natin s is greater than 0. Yan. Pero dapat yung n natin dito kasi kanina yung n natin is a whole number. Iba pa yung case kapag yung n nyo is hindi whole number. Pwedeng fraction or particularly greater than negative 1. Any real number greater than negative 1. Ibang case on gagamit tayo doon ng gamma. Pero sa next example pa natin yon. Next examples pa natin yon mapag-aaralan. Pero ngayon, dito muna tayo Kapag n is whole number, n is a whole number, tandaan nyo na tong formula na to. Laplace transform ng t to the n is n factorial over s to the n plus 1. Okay, next. Number 3. So, what if f of t is equal to e to the at? So, by definition, Laplace transform f of t, which is Laplace transform ng yung f of t is e to the at. E to the at. Yan. So, that will be, by definition, integral ng e to the negative st times e to the, ito yung f of t natin, e to the at dt from 0 to infinity. So, pwede natin gawin multiplication law of exponent na wala. Diba? Same base tayo na e, gawin natin, copy the same base e, and add the exponent. Okay? Yung exponent is negative st, then plus 80 dt from 0 to infinity. So, pwede nating i-factor out dito si p. Sama ko na rin yung negative. Bale, integral ng e to the, factor out ko yung negative t. Okay, so magiging quantity dito sa dalawang terms sa exponent. Bale, magiging s na lang minus a. Okay, finactor out ko yung negative t dito. Pag dinistribute nyo pabalik, babalik ka dito sa negative st plus 80. Or para maganda, gawin ko, kasi constant tong dalawa yung s minus a, para coefficient ng t na variable, unahin ko tong constant quantity, negative quantity s minus a times t dt. Then evaluated from 0 to infinity. Ano lang ito? Integral lang ito ng exponential base e, right? So, shortcut formula, bale, ano yung constant? Yung coefficient ng t sa base e. Bale, ito, yung negative s minus a. Okay? Integral ng e to the bt dt is 1 over b e to the bt plus c. Yung kaninang pinakita ko. Bale, yung b nyo dito is yung constant na to, na nakamultiply sa independent variable t. So, integral is 1 over b negative of s minus a. Then, copying yung same e to the bt function. In our case, e to the negative quantity s minus at. Then, evaluated from 0 to infinity. Yan. So, as a shortcut, hindi tayo gagamit ng limit, yung formal definition ng improper integral. I-evaluate na lang natin sa upper limit, ito, yung integral natin. Tapos, minus, evaluate sa lower limit, etong integral. Okay, ibig sabihin, na-assume natin na yung infinity is napakalaki ulit. Like, 999999999, gano'n. So, magiging 1 over, or gawin ko na siyang negative. Etong negative sa baba, itaas ko na, or gilid ko na sa fraction symbol. Same lang naman yon. Magiging negative 1 over s minus a e to the negative s minus a. Yung t, papalitan nyo ng infinity. Etong infinity, ano yan, assume yan na napakalaking number ulit, 9999999, and so on. Tapos, minus yung lower limit, 0, palit nyo naman sa t, bale negative 1 over s minus a e to the negative s minus a t, which is 0. So, magiging ano to, negative 1 over s minus a e to the negative s minus a infinity. Mamaya na ito, i-check or hahanapin yung value niyan. Pero simplify ko muna to. magiging negative of negative, positive na yan, 1 over s minus a, then e to the negative s minus a times 0, e to the 0 pa rin, or 1 na lang. Right? So, times 1. Yan. Bale, yung nasa exponent ng base e is negative quantity s minus a times infinity. Kailangan mag-set tayo ng condition sa s para mag-converge, para mag-zero din itong term na yan. 'Di ba? Kung kanina ang itsura ng form natin is e to the negative s times infinity, ang ginawa natin, sinet natin tong s greater than to 0 para mag-zero tong expression na e to the negative s infinity. Ganun din dito. Hindi nga lang s yung isa-set natin greater than to 0, but itong kabuang term na to, yung s minus a, kasi siya yung nakamultiply kay infinity together with yung negative sign sa gilid. So, dapat, para mag-zero, itong e to the negative s minus a times infinity, isa-set natin tong s minus a greater than to 0. Right? Kasi pag hindi niyan sinabi yung restriction na yan, hindi magzi-zero to. Magiging divergent. Right? Kailangan specify to na dapat s is greater than, s minus 1 is, minus a is greater than 0. So, i-transpose na lang natin tong negative a sa kanan, magiging s is greater than a. Yan. So, sasabihin natin ngayon na if s is greater than a, etong term na to, magzi-zero na yan. Okay? So, negative 1 over s minus a times 0. Then, ito, plus 1 over s minus a times 1, 1 over s minus a. Ito, 0 na siya. So, ang natira na lang is 1 over s minus a. So, ito na yung Laplace transform ng e to the at. Diba? Yung hinahanap natin, Laplace transform ng f of t equal to e to the at. So, another formula na naman ito na dapat kabisado nyo. Laplace transform ng e to the at is equal to 1 over s minus a. Tapos, ang condition natin, diba, dapat s is greater than a para mag-converge yung limit. Yan. So, naka-solve tayo ngayon ng hanggang 3 problems pa lang, no? Okay, sige, tuloy natin. Let's have more sample problems pa next time for the topic finding Laplace transform using its definition. So, magpa-part 2 pa tayo. Abangan nyo. Basta follow nyo lang ako sa ating account para manonotify pag may video tutorial tayo next time. And subscribe na rin kayo sa ating YouTube channel, Engineered Math. Lilink ko na lang sa description yung mga past video tutorials natin. Pwede both, kasi pwede itong topic for DE and Advanced Engineering Mathematics para ma-check nyo na rin yung buong video tutorials ko for Laplace transform. Okay, so good luck sa mga nag-study ngayon itong topic, Laplace transform, either for DE or for Advanced Math. So, practice lang kayong mag-solve ng maraming problems, kayang-kaya nyo yan, and panoorin nyo lang yung mga video tutorials natin sa YouTube. Sige, see you on my next video tutorial. God bless everyone. Bye-bye!